Why, hello there everyone. I'm Laxow, aka Takumo Sensei. Minasan, ohayo gozaimasu. Yojo ni shadow. And today I'm going to be packing and selling the Theraphosa stirmi, also known as the Burgundy Goliath bird eater, and these tarantulas are finally being sold at last. It was quite difficult to actually get somebody to buy these, but someone bought a pair, and today I'm going to be showing me packing these and sending these out. And I know some people may be tired of seeing me packing up tarantulas and selling them under my company, Laxow Legacy. And yeah, I will have some more tarantula updates and videos coming soon, so stay tuned for that. But anyhow though, this pair is finally sold. And this was my largest pair, I believe, and the rest of the pairs that I have that is for sale are quite, well, they are a bit smaller than this one, but it's a first come, first serve, and I don't usually play specialties or give any special treatment to anyone. I really just pick a random pair, and I happened to just grab the largest pair, so I guess this person got lucky. So it seems like when it comes to the sizes of the females that I have that are pairs, they're a little bit small, so I would like to grow them out a little bit. But if you do just want to buy a pair and you're willing to grow out the females to where they're pretty much the same size as the males, by all means feel free to contact me and I'll sell you a pair. But if not, I'm going to be keeping the hold of these and just basically try to catch the females up to size. But it's not really a big issue, but it's just something I would like to point out for full transparency for anyone that's wanting to buy from me. I am trying to be as transparent as possible, just so everybody can see and everybody can know what they're getting. And I have to say, some people have asked how my company is doing, and honestly, if I'm being completely transparent, not so great, but a very small start for a beginning. So while my business is not doing so great in terms of sales, I'm very passionate and very happy that at least I have one customer out there. I don't know how to put this, but I don't want to put it as a priority to just make money, because then I feel like I start to lose sight of my vision of what I want. My job is to create your legacy, or to start a new legacy, which is why it's called Laxow Legacy, because this is my legacy, and I really just want to help out other tarantula breeders or new tarantula breeders. So I am trying to sell males, pairs, and females if I can, because a lot of websites and a lot of tarantula sellers and breeders, they don't really offer males that often, which is something I'm trying to change, because while male tarantulas are not very desirable to the average hobbyist, when it comes to us tarantula breeders, we do prioritize our males. And usually when anyone decides to breed a male tarantula or they need one, they can't find any. So that's why I'm here to help. But this is just really just me trying to be as honest as possible, because I don't want to lie and say that I'm doing great on sales and everything is going well and things like that, because then I'll just be lying. But hey, please don't worry, I'll be fine. I am working, and I do plan on getting another job, which essentially that would be my third job, plus this business, which technically you could say is 4, but I'll be fine for the most part though, everybody. I am still fit, and I am still working, so I'll be able to support it. So just don't worry, everybody. Even though I do admit that I am tired, I'm not burned out. So relax, please. Don't worry too much. So I do want to use this time to basically talk a little bit about myself and shipping and how I ship tarantulas. So I've been shipping tarantulas for a very long time now. So this is really nothing new to me at all. And even though this company is new, as I stated before in my previous video, I've had basically a very long time of working with tarantulas to where this is basically the everyday. The only difference between now and then is that this time I own a company. But really nothing much changes, so if you're wondering about my experience level, just say I'm overqualified. Which is kind of funny, honestly, thinking back on it. So to answer your questions and concerns, yes, these tarantulas came out alive to the other end because the customer has received their order, and they're both alive, active, and doing fine, and I'm hoping that in the future they'll be able to actually breed and reproduce this species, because it would be cool to see some baby Goliath bird eaters roaming around. Just saying. And that'll be a start of a new legacy, which means my job is completed. Now when it comes to this current size that I'm shipping these tarantulas out, they're about a little bit past halfway grown, so they still have a lot of growing to do, honestly, so they're going to get much larger than this. Now, I've actually tried to actually breed Theraphosa before, but in my experience, for some odd reason, it seems like when it comes to first-time females or females that are relatively new to breeding, they tend to have a habit of eating their own babies. Essentially, they have a habit of eating their own egg sacs early on after they lay them, which is very interesting because every single time I had a female Theraphosa that produced an egg sac, for some reason, they just keep eating it, and usually it's within the first 5 days of them taking care of their egg sacs, which is very interesting. And usually I think I'm doing something wrong because everyone is telling me I'm keeping them too humid or too dry or somewhere along the lines of that. And I've tried everything, but it seems like it's just the first time females that tends to do this. Now granted, I am speaking from my own experience and everyone's experience may differ or they may have different results. So I'm just speaking from what I've experienced overall, and maybe you might get lucky and maybe this individual that bought this pair will be successful. I'm just speaking about what has happened to me, and I'm hoping that everyone can learn something from this, and maybe they'll have better success than I will. And if they do, I will be the happiest person in the world because, I'm just laying the foundation for those to come. But to let us get back onto the topic of discussing about shipping. Now everyone, well not everyone, but some people do miss my live streams, so they don't get time to ask questions. And some people have asked through email, how do I get my shipping supplies? And I've said it before, but I get them from Ship Your Reptiles. That's usually where I get my shipping supplies. And for vials, I usually like to buy them through plastic companies, which is where everybody buys them from. And they only sell them in cases. So basically, I think the cheapest you can get a case of 200 to 300, which is like the bare minimum, is like $100 plus $45 shipping, which in my personal opinion is a fair price if you want to get good looking shipping vials, I guess. But if not, I usually just use straws, and I will show that method someday, if I ever do sell through wholesale again and I have time to actually record it. But that's typically where I get my plastic vials that I use, for those who are wondering. And I think this will be the last time I answer that question because I don't want to repeat myself in every single video discussing about shipping supplies and where I get them from. But I hope that answers a lot of those questions for the emails that I've been getting. And now let us move on. And some of you may be wondering, where do I post my ad of what I'm selling, even though I don't have a website. And I do have my Arachnoboars page to show what I'm selling. And I'll link it down below if you want to go check it out. Please feel free to check it out. And if you have something that you think you want or something you find interesting or questions, just let me know and I'll try my best to answer it and work things out with you. So for future videos, I do have some update videos I gotta do, and I do plan on recording a bit more pairing videos if I can. But recording pairing videos is kind of hit or miss because sometimes it could take a long time and other times nothing really happens. But I'll see what I can do in terms of pairing videos, and I will do an update video because I do want to update a little bit on some things. Nothing too crazy, but some updates I find interesting and updates I really want to show you for transparency, and really because it's pretty much owed at this point, or one that's overdue that is. And I usually try not to ask people of things, but if you're watching this and you've made it this far, I hope you can spread my name around that there's a tarantula YouTuber out there named Laxow, just, trying to help out this hobby, because a lot of people do say I have potential to become the next tarantula YouTuber. Even though I don't see myself that way, if it does happen, I think that would be cool, and that will basically allow me to have more access to more people and basically allow me to get more interesting things into the hobby that is not really easily accessible or things that are too expensive. Please spread my name out there and I'll try what I can for the future of this hobby. And I guess I'll call it a video for today. So, as the typical, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to stick around. I try to upload once a week or twice a week, so please feel free to do so and stick around. Support me on my social medias, such as my IG and Patreon. And also give a huge shout out and thank you to my Patreon members for supporting the channel, because they're helping keeping my tarantulas fed and also helping out with my dreams. And with that, stay lax and Laxow out from the Kumo Sensei.